What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Monet and we are locked in. I know there's been a lot of talk in the Power universe about Amari potentially coming back and playing Ghost. He was killed, but then, you know, in the Power universe, you might die, but they can write you back in. They were saying the money may not been right. Well, we don't really know what the hell was going on here, because we even heard Amari say something about 50 and the money. Like, the whole thing is Hollywood. That's all I can say, is all Hollywood. But I went back and I was watching a couple of the Crew Has It episodes, and we do see Tariq actually talk about it when they had Joseph on there, and he says he didn't really want to kill James. He felt a certain type of way about that, and we'll see his reaction, just because we're all talking about Ghost coming back. But before we jump into this and break it down, if you're new to the channel, you like articles like this, theories, breakdowns, predictions, then hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, follow me on Instagram right here. So let's go ahead and jump into this article and see what Tariq, aka Michael Rainey, had to say about the whole situation pertaining to Ghost being killed off in the final season of Power. So the website I'm gonna be pulling from is called mediatraffic.org. Your culture, my culture, our culture. So I guess they're talking about you and I. But this article is from December 25th, 2022. Power Book 2 star Michael Rainey Jr. has had a hard time with Ghost's death scene. We know these battles between these two. James was just trying to get Tariq up and out the game. His mama was teaching him the dope game. Tariq thought he was smarter than James. We know how that played out. A bullet to the chest. But this is the Power universe, and you can never believe what you see on the screen because they can always write you back. But it says, Starz Power Book 2 Ghost star Michael Rainey Jr. is speaking out about having to get rid of his father on Power. He shared that the scene just didn't sit right with him, and it seems like it caused some time of anxiety while having to film that. Now I can imagine that you've been around James St. Patrick your whole young career. Well, not his whole young career, but over those last 6 seasons that we've seen in Power, you start to build a bond with him. So he said during the iconic The Crew Has It episode featuring Power Force star Joseph, Michael, Joseph, and Gianni talked about some of the things that they had to do in the Power universe that they necessarily didn't want to. Of course, you know, once they write that down, they might come back and say, hey, we altered this a little bit. We need you to do such and such. But like I said, man, they got a kid killing his father. We know it's not his real father, but still. 16 years old, 17 years old, this guy's been mentoring you. They want you to get on the screen and kill him. I believe that's probably tough to do. All right. It says Michael spoke out about not wanting to kill Ghost, played by Amari Hardrick, in the series finale of Power. He shared, killing Ghost, just doing that scene was hard. It was just weird, bro. It was literally just like a weird feeling. But like something I looked at and was damn. Like, why the hell did Tariq do this when they was at the funeral and he let Dre know that they was on his ass? That pissed me off. I watched the episode and I'm like, ain't no way you do that at the funeral. That was a crazy moment right there. And then they also say that was a crazy finale episode, and we remember social media was losing it when that happened. Of course, once James died, we all looked at it like, what the hell are they doing with this? Well, in this episode of The Crew Has It, we actually hear how Tariq is feeling about it and who he's saying place the blame on. Don't come at Amari for that. Don't go at 50 for that. Don't come at Hill, Tommy, none of the cast members.
A little bit harder than me in terms of your generation, that everybody wants to believe, they have to believe that you're actually that guy.
Right.
You don't get to get away with like, I'm an actor. I do this because I'm an actor.
Right.
And truly believing it, you have an extra layer of burden saying like, oh, if I'm a rat on TV, if I'm this guy on TV, I'm perceived as having to be that.
Now you hear them discuss a little bit about how being this character affects their everyday lives, and people make you believe that, hey, you're that character, you got to be that in real life. So that's why I'm saying it's probably tough for Tariq when he had to kill James, of course, Michael and Amari, because they built that bond, a real relationship. But on the show, for them to have to, hey, I got to kill you, man. They wrote this in. You'll hear what Michael Rainey has to say about that. Don't blame him for this, because he didn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
Sucks.
I know people, Shane talked about that. People people go up to Shane in the street, like, you motherfucker. He's like, I'm just
doing my job, man.
Right.
Just doing my job, man.
Really,
At this
really
point,
well.
when they ask me, they're like, yo, why'd you kill your father? I'd be like, they made me do it.
Right.
They made me do it. I don't even explain it.
Ask Courtney Kemp.
Yeah, ask Courtney. They made me do it. I ain't ask him.
Ask Courtney Kemp. They didn't ask to kill James St. Patrick. No one wanted James to die. But they're letting us know, ask Courtney Kemp. There was no reason that they know about it. They said, hey, just ask Courtney. So of course we know that there's some stuff going on behind the scenes between her and him. But hey, at least we hear from the actors themselves. Man, you gotta ask Courtney about that. But let me know what you guys think. As I was saying earlier, I don't know if I'm really one of the fans that want to actually see James come back. I just don't know how they would write him in. And I already know coming up with storylines off the top of the head when I'm doing the reactions for y'all was tough. But to write him back in after he's been gone for what, 4 years now, 4.5, 5 years, I don't really know if I could see James St. Patrick back in the show. Of course, he was good for it, but how would that even work? He's faked his death. He's been watching Tariq struggle. Tasha's been in witness protection. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot that me personally, I'm a pass on that. I don't want to see James come back. Amari, I want to see him to continue to do his own career, go off, do movies. If the money is right, yeah, bring him back. I don't know. I don't think that would be an interesting story to try to resurrect him or say that he faked his death, went somewhere, and then he came back. I just can't see it working. But hey, that's just me. That's my opinion. What do you think? How did you feel about James dying? And are you really one of those people that could say, you know what? If James St. Patrick came back, I'd be glad with that. Me personally, I'm looking at it like it was a moment in time. He didn't want to be stuck in that character because everyone's still harassing him now, talking about, James, when you coming back? Why your son doing this? Me, I think that train, hey, it's gone now, man. We're good. We got these spinoffs. I just wanted to touch bases on this because everybody's been asking, is James coming back or not? Well, the actors, they definitely want James back, but it wasn't their problem. They said, you got to ask Courtney Kemp. Of course, we know she's over at Netflix. We know 50 is talking about everything she got going on over there. How come ain't nothing dropped? He got new shows dropping on Netflix. But is the Power Universe? Anything is possible. Book 17, James St. Patrick might be back. Grandpa Ghost, you never know. Let me know what you think about the whole James situation. And hey, are you ready for season 2 of Book 4 Force? I'm Monet J. Thanks for watching. I'm out.